Good day, my friends. Happy weekend if you're watching this on a Sunday. It's Sunday morning here in Southwest Ontario. It's raining. Perfect scrappy weather, perfect cleaning weather, perfect indoor weather, and I have so much to do. So I kind of like that it's this way. When it's nice, don't you guys feel guilty being inside? Like I scrapbook in my basement. I don't want to be inside in my basement when it's beautiful out. And then I don't want to bring everything upstairs either, because I scrapbook surrounding myself with everything I own. It's insane. But anyway, I have another album for you, and I believe it's going to be, I could be wrong. I'm going to have it, the title is going to be correct, but I believe this is number 26, 27. I don't remember. Completed on my shelf. And I'm so happy. It's a 2016 album. It was almost finished, but the ones that weren't finished, I struggled with. So let's go. I'll show you. And then honestly, I have 6 pages in another album. I think it's a 2019 album. 6 more pages to do, and then that one will be up in a couple days. So I'm trying to get it done. But here is very simple. This is the second of a double page spread. The last page, as you know, is in another album. And this was at Marineland in 2016. Very straightforward grid. This one gave me trouble. Why? I don't know. It's boring. It's simple. There's not much to it. But it is the lovely show we watched when Marineland used to do this. And I used wave paper and some nice holographic detailed like fish scale paper. And then these ancient, who remembers these? These are so old from Creative Memories. From way, way, way back. We don't even make them like that anymore, but they're cute. They worked here, so I'm glad to have used them up. So there's that. Here's another one, and that's using the exact same paper as you can see. And I just did a few more pictures again. I'm going to say, I say the same thing in every video. If this were today and I were doing this now, I would never, ever have had so many pages of the same thing. I would have printed them the same size, used my peekaboos, consolidated them. But again, this was done. I was not about to go rip them apart. I have done that though for some, you'll see. But I wasn't about to go rip this nice paper up and start from scratch. So here's another one. This was already done. The only thing I added was I made this cute little pocket, and then I used very thin, the foam tape, but the really, really thin one just at the edges, so I can put these little cards in. Those were the, I guess, what would you call them? The cards to get into. We had a membership that summer, like a season pass. Gosh, I can't think. Seasons pass that summer. It has our pictures on it and our names, and so I just put them in. I could have thrown them out, but I wanted to keep them. So that's that. Nice colorful page of the kids on the rides. And then this one was giving me trouble. I wanted to keep these photos. So all of these, by the way, were done already. This one wasn't done, but I really, really like these pictures. And I know we're never going to be doing this again, which is why I thought, okay, I will put them on another page of its own. But they're very, like, there's not much color in them. The only color is Anthony's shirt. So I used that to bring out these tags. I did not journal. They're just decorative. And I used these things that I've had forever, these chipboard little creatures, this guy and that guy. That was from HomeSense probably 10 years ago when they used to sell scrappy supplies. They don't anymore, but that was from them. I remember specifically it was a cute little box just full of these chipboard creatures. So they're pretty hard and thick. But I think that turned out nice. Oh, and then I added these 2 little stickers again from the same package that had those stickers that I just showed you. The ancient ones, where are they? These. So I used that up, which I love. And that's it. Nothing much to it. Done. Yay. And then this page is kind of boring too. I'm sorry to be complaining about my pages, but these ones are boring, but they're done. I have a lot of photos here. I love this picture. That's so cool. hold on, I have a lot of photos, which I love. I love that one. And this, so I used my little tabs, which matched perfectly with what Anthony's wearing. And this paper's cute. I like this. It has a bit of glitter in it. And then I found this little sticker, Fun in the Sun, fit perfectly in there. I was going to put a title on here as well, but I didn't, so I just left it. And then, oh, so that takes care of Marineland. Then we had, oops, I forgot to cover those faces. We had one of my cousin's 40th birthday parties that we were invited to. So I covered up all these faces because I did not ask for permission for them to be up on YouTube. So September 2016. And I love the pictures I got, and I like doing birthday stuff. So that's fun. And then I popped up these butterflies. I tend to do that with butterflies. I just pop them on a little pop dot just for a little dimension. Have some little enamel dots not randomly, in the centers of my flowers. So I got to use them up. So this was already done. All I did was add a tag, just because you know I love my tags. So that's that. I love the style of this page. There's something just so pretty about it to me. And I mean, it's the typical thing that I really did back then. And up until recently, let's not kid ourselves. That's my usual look where I just go horizontal across the page. But there's something about this one I really, really like. I don't know if it's the soft colors or the pretty embellishments. There's just something about it I really like. So there's that. And then, oops. Oh, I didn't cover his face because he has glasses, so that's fine. Oops, I should have covered hers. Sorry, guys. Hold on. There we go. So here's a fun one too. I kind of like this layout style. I mean, again, we're going horizontally, which is nothing new, but I like that I do 3 and 2, and then I didn't, so everything was done on this page, but I didn't have this. And what this is, again, as you've noticed me doing in many of my albums recently, is one of these where I just add more pictures. Sorry, guys. More pictures, and I just pop them in, and then you have like a little mini album within your album. I love that idea. So that's that. Then, of course, another grid, because that's what I did and I still do. However, these days, if you see my grids, they're usually smaller photos, so I can do a double matte. That's my preference these days. However, I still do love this. It gets a lot of photos in, and it's fun. So there's that. And oh, this one was done a long time ago. And what is unique about it is simply the fact that I stitched, can you see that? I stitched along the waves. So a little bit of orange, a little bit of blue. That was fun. I want to do that more often. I just don't seem to think about it. But for something like this, that's easy stitching, I love it. And it just adds just a tiny, tiny bit more interest, I think, than it would if I just left it. So there's that. And then more summer fun at their pool. I love this one. I just like the colors so much. This is 6x6 pads. I think this one was from Michael's years ago. And then these letters are from Michael's from years ago also. I love them. They're huge. Plain and simple. Okay, guys. Let me show you this. This is the one in the album that makes me so excited. I bought recently from Creative Memories the page kit, one of the page kits. Well, no, I bought 2 page kits. If you recall, if not, just check the video right before this, or the last 2 videos, actually. I think I talked about this. Look at this. I freaking love these page kits. I put it together pretty much. So I put the papers down as they explained, and I'm very sorry. I threw the paper out that had the little image on there. But again, just look at the videos before this and you'll see what it looked like before I made it. But this paper, this layout came together so fast and so easily. And I mentioned in my video, I can't even believe that it fits so absolutely perfectly with this. Look, this is perfect. This was a reunion. My friend came to Canada from Italy after being away for years. We were best friends up to grade 6 when her family decided to move to Italy. It all happened really quickly. We didn't really have a chance to say goodbye. But I found her on Facebook shortly before this in 2016, and she said she was coming to Canada. So how exciting. I was so excited and so nervous. But I was also so excited when this paper matched absolutely perfectly. Check this out. She was wearing that mint and dark blue. I was wearing black. And then in this picture, another day I was wearing blue. She was wearing gray. Wow. And the sentiments were absolutely perfect as well. Good times together. Smile. Love this. A sweet friendship. Everything worked perfectly. And I absolutely love it. I'm going to buy every single one of these when they come out because I wouldn't have been able to put this together better myself. Let's just put it that way. So I'm so happy with that. If you're interested, check out my website. There's always a link on my homepage of YouTube. And I usually put it into my little commentary as well. So check out the link if you're interested and see about these little collections. So it's paper and stickers you get. I love it. So happy. Oh, and then I did this. I forgot all about that. I just did my journaling, so it is front and center, and then I have this cute picture of her down there. And this is an old Creative Memories paper from a long time ago that matched, so I used that. I love it. So I also love fall pages, as you know. This book was fun because it's fall pages, birthday pages, and summer stuff. Those seem to be my 3 favorite things to document, to scrapbook. There is one of my friend's daughters and my kids. We went to the farm and it was just fun to document. It was so fun. That day was fun and it was fun to document. I like this when I can turn up the edges. I love it, especially when the back of the paper matches. So that was fun. Check this. Okay, this is what gets me. I can't believe it. So this paper, I did this layout a long, long time ago, and you would have seen it because back in the day, I used to show layouts when I was done. So anytime I'd finish, not a layout, anytime I'd finish an event, I'd show you the layouts. So you have seen this before if you were around years ago on my channel. But I have a planner from Michaels. And this, so I rip my pages out. I don't like keeping, if the day and the month and the week is done, I rip it out. But I keep these if they're nice. This was just the introduction to, I don't know, maybe October, November, don't remember. And it had, the little tab here. Actually, this is, hold on a second. Hold on, can I find it? Yeah. So this is the kind of thing it had on it. That wasn't for March, I don't think, but doesn't matter. This is what it has on it. So March or whatever month, and it's like this, right? And it's bigger because it's a bigger thing. I cut these off and I have them in a little bag so that I can use them in a scrapbook layout. But I also really liked this. Check this out. Not even the same company, not the same anything, but look at the flowers, look at the colors, and then look at this paper. I don't know if I could have even found a better match if I went shopping for it somewhere. So this turned out perfectly. And of course the layout was done, but I added this. This layout was all about Anthony. So I put that in my little peekaboo 5x7. I trimmed this down. And then I added some cardstock, two layers on the back, kind of 3 actually, the brown, the green, and the cream, and a sticker, and did some journaling about Anthony losing his tooth. I think that's what that's what I was writing about. So, I mean, again, the layout would have been done without that, but how cute is that, and how sweet that I could use that up. I love it. So think outside of just your standard scrapbooking supplies when you're shopping and when you're scrapping, because there's a lot of stuff we can use that we wouldn't think of. Continuing with that event, of course, because I had 1,000 layouts of one event. As you know, you know, you know. I like these. These were from Michael's too. So they're on like a cardstock, but they're burlap on top. So I really enjoy those. This is funny. She looks like she has a little piggy nose. Actually, do I have a picture of Anthony like that too? I don't think here. Okay, anyway, not important. That's another one done. And then Forever Friends, I had this finished as well. So most of these were finished. I just go through and add whatever I need to add. And I had to also re-adhere some of them because of the stupid crappy adhesive I was using at the time. So this was done. All I added was this. And it's not journaled on, it's just decorative. And it just pulls in a little more of the red that I had like on this piece of washi tape. I love it. Oh, the girls recently got matching shoes. So that was a cute little thing. That's when Justice was all the rage for the tweens. And then this. So this was already done. I didn't do anything to it. Again, 6x6 pads, or you can use scraps for something like this. And this one. So yeah, guys, I know I go on and on and on. Again, I will say it, I'm so repetitive. If this were today and I were scrapbooking this today, I would limit this whole event instead of to like 6 pages, maybe to 2, because I would be using my peekaboos. What did I add here? Of course, another one of these. So that's that. And then, yeah, of course I kept going because why wouldn't I, right? Oh my gosh. Another one. So again, this is mainly Anthony. Good Lord, did I ever take a lot of photos. But it's cute. I'm glad I have it. Okay, finally we're done with that day. Then we move on to October 8th. So we did Thanksgiving at Grandma and Grandpa's house. These were done. Again, when I shook the book before, all the pages fell apart because of the adhesive. So all I had to do here was just re-adhere the stuff. And then I did nothing further. That's how it was. And I love it. And I love this gold. I think that's Jen Hadfield from a long time ago. These were on a sticker sheet. And then this one was not finished because it was boring to me. It's still not like fascinating, but I do like it now because I added these. Check these out. The colors went perfectly. These were little vellum. These are not even vellum. They're more like a very thin acetate. So what I did, I put them on white and then I cut. So underneath is white, or else you'd see this paper, of course, behind them, and then you wouldn't be able to read it. I did that, and then I stapled them here so they don't fall apart because I can't put adhesive under. You'd see it. So they're stapled under, and then I tucked them under my journal spot there. I added these cute dimensional butterflies from Michael's and some here. And then these are Vicky Bouton, and I painted them. Painted. They look, you know, silly. But I think it works. I wanted to pull out that blue. And then, of course, I added a tag in that same color. So that's it. I mean, the pictures are so adorable that I don't think people... I think people really do look more at the pictures when they're looking through our album. That's what I'm trying to say. I think they don't care as much about the embellishments and all that kind of stuff as we do. I think they just care about the photos and the story. That's what I think. I don't know. If I'm wrong, let me know. More, because of course I have to have 7,000 layouts of that day. But look how cute all these kids are. Look how cute. I mean, how can you not, right? And what did I do here? I don't think I added anything here. This is as it was. Oh, back then I had, and I still might have a little bit of this left. I had this little trim. It's kind of like, it goes from green or blue to green to yellow. It's just cute. I don't even know where I bought that, but it was years ago, and it's such a small little embellishment and element that doesn't really do much, but I know it's there and I love it. And then I love the tops like this, just with the circles popped out with my little circle punch. And then these random little pearls or, Yeah, these are mainly pearls, and the pink ones, the coral ones, are enamel dots. I like it. I think it looks all right. This one was not finished, and you're going to say, why do you have Valentine's? It's October, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, I know, right? Why do I have Valentine's? But it's not really Valentine's. It's just a love page. It could be Valentine's. I think this is actually a card kit that I bought from Creative Memory, so I used certain elements out of it. I don't make cards, but I certainly like buying them for embellishments. So I already had this paper down. I had this paper and the strip here down, and then I didn't have the pictures done yet. So I added them to this kind of maroonish color here and a little bit of white, put those embellishments, and called it done. Pictures are too cute. So here's a situation. So for example, I may have said this before as well, but all of these pictures of that same event were outside. So something like these I could have done with peekaboos, and it wouldn't have bothered me to have all that together. So three of these pages, right? 1, 2, 3. Was there another one? No, just those three. Those three could have technically been one page, one double page spread with peekaboos, but I spread it across 3. However, now that we're moving into inside, let's see, are we done? Yeah. Now that we're moving into inside, I wouldn't want these on the same page anyway. So what I'm saying is I could have had a 2-page spread for this event. This would have been its own page, and these 3 would have been combined into a double page spread. Make sense? I hope so. It just bothers me to have inside and outside on the same page. Oh my gosh. So we're done with that. Now we're moving on to a layout I just finished a couple days ago. And I'm going back to this kind of style. So you're going to see a lot. Well, I finished this one as well, but the paper was already down. So what I'm going back to a little bit is avoiding being like horizontal all across the page. I'm starting to do this more, where I'm doing more pictures per page in different variations. And I'm really enjoying that. I'm really enjoying looking at them like that. I still do, of course, the horizontal, but I need to change it up a little. So this is another day altogether, October 15th. So much like these, I do my dates like this. I punch them out with my little punch that I have that looks like that, and then just write the date on. It gives it one extra little element. And I love these. These were actually from a Mombi planner pack, and these are all vellum. So I backed them all onto white and then cut them out. So it took a little work, but it was worth it for me. All of these were like that. And then I have them on like pretty thin pop dots. And then I did, there's a picture with Anthony with something on his nose, just like Juliana had at that farm. But I did this. So I did my journaling here, that, more pop dot, see? A little bit more like this. I like doing them that way as well, kind of like a book. This one's nothing. These are, this one has, the picture Juliana, I think, drew a picture of what she wanted it to look like. This guy was playing on the trampoline. And there is more journaling here. Is there? Yeah. More journaling here. Oh, so that journaling follows what I had here, it seems. Yep, it's a continuation of that. So I love it. I love this page. I love the colors. And it's done. Another memory done. And I'm glad I did this now, or else it would have spread across 3 pages. So done. We are now on to fun at the farm. We went to Grandpa's again. So this was now October 23rd. And interestingly enough, this paper was already down. I don't know why I did that. I used to start stuff and then just leave it like that. But anyway, this paper was down. So I matched it with this. There's a lot of mustard yellow in this album. I matched it with this, and this is so old, guys. This is at least 20 years. I'm not even kidding. But what I didn't have, pardon me, I didn't have the pictures cut, which was good. So I ended up doing them 3x4 because look, I love it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 photos. 24 for the double page. These pictures are so freaking cute. Hey, Bella, if you're watching, look how adorable you were. You still are, but look. Adorable. Yeah, I love that. I did the same here. Look, this is what I did also with the another cover page from my planner. And it goes perfectly. The greens, everything goes perfectly. Even this. So I put that in. Again, the page would have been fine without it, but why not? I like these little elements. But here we go again. So, oops. Hold on. My cardigan's a little too big. Look. Oops. There we go. And the reason, in case you're wondering, why is there so much of my niece Bella on the bottom? It's because she's wearing such a bright pink that didn't match anything else. So I just put so many pictures of her underneath. At least she's still in there. But the colors that I chose on top are much more muted. See, there's really not much color except for a little bit of blue. So anyway, another one done. I'm so happy. This one was already finished. I just needed to adhere everything down because it was falling apart. Another one like the one I just showed you. This is folded over and stapled. Folded over and stapled. Oh, I did add something. I added this little guy because I have the dark brown ones that are all used up and I have a few more of these left. And these little guys. And I believe Kathy bought those for me years ago. Oh, these were cool at the time. I still have a lot. They're actual metal arrows that I bought at Michael's years ago. So I like that in there. And I remember this was from Scrapfest. Perfectly Imperfect. I bought that from Karen's Creations again years ago. But I like it. I think it turned out nice. More of that mustard yellow. And then this one, again, more of that mustard yellow. I love it. It's such a cute page because of all the pictures. More of that. This is Creative Memories. This is, don't know, maybe Echo Park. And more of those Jen Hadfield stickers. I like it. I really like that look. Oops. And then, let's see, we're nearing the end. Another one of these. Because, again, look at all the photos that we took that day. Just unreal how many pictures we used to take back then. Holy moly. So when I'm doing something like this, so I'll point out like the bright pink and the bright blue in Juliana's jacket. I like to spread them. I wouldn't want all the pink on one page. That wouldn't work for me. Or the blue on one page. So I put her here, her here, her here, and there. And it kind of spreads it out a little bit more. So that's that. And then what's here? Oh, again, this one was done as well. I didn't add anything. I just had to re-adhere it. So now it's fine. This is just a little bit about Roxy. She was such a sweet dog. And we loved her. Such a gentle, cute little sweetie. So that page is just about her. Look how cute. Aww. What a beautiful little girl. And then I had these. I don't even know where they're from, but they're cute. And guys, last page. Thank you for your patience. Yet again, more pictures, same event. Stop that. I don't want to be doing that anymore. That's insane. But anyway, the album is done. Next time, you know, or in the comments, I'm going to tell you how many pages I have in each of these albums because they are chunky. And I like them that way. Look, so look how chunky this is. I take the covers off. I already mentioned that before. I take the spines off when I'm working because I work right in my albums. And I don't want them getting wrinkled. So it's the last thing I put in. But yeah, that is chunky. Oh yeah, I love it. So that's it. Stay tuned. In a couple of days, I'm going to have another album done. And I am working right now on some current stuff, and I'm also trying to finish my old albums. So like I said before, I am always scrapbooking. I scrapbook every single day, any chance I get. It's just that I said this before, I just don't work on one album until it's finished. I can't do that. That's not me. So I can't do that. But you will see more albums. I'm getting excited. I'm getting them on my shelves, and that's really all that matters. So that's it, guys. I took 30 minutes of your day. I appreciate it. I love when you're with me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. Ciao for now, guys.